Hi, I'm Matthew Higgs from WCG TV, and I'm here with Cassie Campbell, six-time World Hockey Champion and two-time gold medalist at the Olympics. Cassie, why are you in Brandon here today?
I'm in Brandon for one of the many Scotiabank Girls Hockey Fest that we put on across the country, and we have about 150 girls here today, and we have a free clinic, and it's just an opportunity to get a chance for the girls to get together, learn some skills, have some fun, and we had a little talk, a presentation about some characteristics and different things that you can learn from playing the sport of hockey. So it's been a really fun day.
What's the objective of this event?
Well, I think for us and for Scotiabank and for me myself personally is to help grow the game. I think getting the girls an opportunity maybe to try playing hockey for the first time, whether they play ringette and they want to try hockey and it's free, so it's easy for their parents to be able to do that. And for me, just I guess to be here and to show where these girls can go, that you can get an education now playing the game, you can go to the Olympics, you can play at a World Championships, you can play in the Canadian Women's Hockey League. So I think it's just about hanging out with the girls, and these girls hopefully go home today having met a new friend.
So is this like the first time you guys are doing this here this year, or is this a bit prior history to the event?
No, we've been in Brandon before, and I think I've been here one time. My teammate Megan Mickelson was here, and Sammy Jo Small has been here. So Sammy Jo Small is from Manitoba, so she's always really proud to come back, and it's just been a really good event. And every year, we've been doing this 10, 12 years, and every year we never have a problem filling the spaces, and I think that's what impresses me the most is what Scotiabank's been able to do is just really help put more girls in the game.
Since you started playing hockey, how much have you seen the women's game grow?
Well, when I started, I was these girls' age. There was 3 teams, and I lived, just outside of Toronto, which was a big center, and we had Leaside, Mississauga, Brampton, and Scarborough, and now these girls are playing. There's 3 or 4 teams in a community. There's 3 or 4 teams in the surrounding communities. There's just so much more access for girls to play the game and to play with girls, which is, I think, really, really important. And now you can get a scholarship to American University, or you go to CIS and play. You can play in the Canadian Women's Hockey League. You can play for Team Canada, travel the world, and there's just you can coach, you can ref. I think there's just so many more opportunities now.
So you're a big influence of hockey for women's hockey back when you were playing. Who do you think is the big influence nowadays?
Well, I think you look back at the Sochi Olympics and the names that people know now, the Natalie Spooners and the Marie-Philippe Poulins, and these young kids amaze me, and it's been a pleasure to get a chance to meet them and to know them, and they're really great ambassadors for the game, which is important for me, and they're very humble, and I think that's something that the national team has maybe kind of missed, over this last sort of 5 years or so, where they've had a real humble leader, and I think that Marie-Philippe Poulin comes in and she acts like a Jana Hefford, and she acts like a Danielle Goyette, and I think that's very important.
Do you see the leagues like the CWHL growing big time in the next 10 years, something like that?
I hope so. We have Scotiabank's a great supporter of the Canadian Women's Hockey League, and we need more corporations to step up and support us. And without their support, we probably wouldn't have a league, and we'd have a lot of Olympians without a place to play. So, as much as it's really big in the international stage and when the girls play for Team Canada, we need to somehow garner more support in those in-between years. And that's something that a large group of us are fighting. We have 4 NHL teams now that support our league, and the Ottawa Senators, the Calgary Flames, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And that's a big step. We had the outdoor game at the Women's Classic, or the Winter Classic, excuse me, and but we definitely do need more support. And if you're a supporter of women's hockey at the Olympic level, then I guess my ask is that you support it at the Canadian Women's Hockey League level as well.
And finally, how did you get into hockey when you were a young girl, like these people are behind you?
Well, I had an older brother, right? And I just wanted to do everything that he did, and he played hockey, so I thought it was cool to play hockey. And at first my parents were a little hesitant putting me to play because they were a little nervous about how I'd be treated. But once I started, they supported me full-heartedly. And my dad probably wanted me to play a sport where I'd make a little bit more money. But I just love the game, and I don't know why I didn't quit growing up as a teenager. But I'm glad I didn't, because I got to go to the Olympics and do some amazing things.